Well, welcome to the Commissioners meeting for already August, and we'd like to invite you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next order of business is the acceptance of the minutes as prepared.
I'll make a motion that we approve the regular meeting minutes from July 21st and the executive session meeting from July 14th as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to approve both the July 14th and the July 21st minutes. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed.
The payroll docket did not get on the agenda because I got it like at 5 after the agenda was sent out. So he's got it in a minute with the number for you to approve too. Lauren does.
We have somebody that needs to be on the agenda, you say?
No, the payroll. Lauren, can you
The
show
payroll,
that?
there's a payroll for next order of business is payroll claimant, not on the agenda.
Okay, so we have the claims here as presented, and we have payroll claims both, right?
There's a payroll claim in the amount of $310,787.72 to be added to the
310,000, what was it?
787,
787,
72 cents.
72 cents. Okay.
So with that being added, I'd move that we approve claims as presented.
And I will second.
And that includes the payroll.
Yes.
Okay. So I have a motion and a second to approve all claims as shown on our agenda, plus pay the staff, $310,000. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passed. And with that, we're ready for Broadway broadband. Good morning.
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 Hey, I met Scott and Mr. Brown. I think we've met once before. I'm Matt Maverick with Minecast and Broadway Broadband. I'm the IT director there. I'm overall operations as well. We currently have just a little background, 25 employees. Minecast purchased Broadway back in 2020. Started bringing fiber to the home to our people, our members in our area in Minecast County, and then got some grants, federal grant money, and then also state grant money. And then worked out a couple deals with Cass County commissioners, and then eventually did something with Jake when he was still with the EDC here. And that's how this all started. The original ring was 160 miles. That wasn't including any of our grant money, because some of this ties into where we have next level funding through the the state or RDOF funding through the feds. So, just to give you a quick update is why I'm here, just to let you guys know what the status is of it. Currently, we just hooked up our first customers in phase one. Phase one is in the northeast corner of the county, Camden area, and north and east of that. That first phase was 85 miles. We have 100% construction. And just so you know, when I say construction, that means us either putting it in the ground, conduit in the ground, or going aerially through on poles. So 100% construction has been completed and 100% fiber has been put in the duct or on the strand that we had hung before. We currently have 67 drops that we completed in phase one. There's 43 in progress, and then there's 59 sitting in the queue in phase one. Like I said, that first phase was 85 miles that we did. Phase two, 100% construction is complete with conduit in the ground, 100% complete with fiber in the conduit. This one is 91 miles. Phase three, so basically on phase two, what we're going to start doing is splicing. We'll start splicing it together because our fiber reels are about 20,000 feet. Once that ends, then we have to start a new fiber reel, and then we call them butt splices, where we butt splice the two together. Phase three was 46 miles. It's 100% complete with conduit in the ground, and then 60% complete with fiber in the conduit. Phase four was the last phase of construction prints that I handed over to our contractors to get done. But it was 114 miles, which was the biggest phase out of all 5 of them. Which they have about 80%. It should be, actually it's about 95% complete with conduit in the ground now. We got about 5% left. They haven't started putting fiber in it yet. Phase 5, 100% conduit's been placed, 100% fiber's in, and we are almost done splicing that area. So the first 2 areas we'll call as phase, which we've already been calling phase 1, and then phase 5. Our goal is to have all the construction complete by the end of basically the end of this month, so the end of August. Like I said, when I say construction, that means conduit in the ground. And then that would leave us with splicing, running drops, and performing installs, and pulling fiber through, which we hope to have all that done by December 31st of this year. Overall, it's been a very good project. It's went pretty smooth. We've cut some tiles that we fixed for farmers and whatnot. We've cut a couple of county tiles that we fixed as well. But overall, it really hadn't been much issues that we've seen or had. If you know anybody wants to get signed up, they can go to our website and fill out an interest form, or they can call our office. Either or works for us. But what happens then is our people will get that information, and they'll give them a call and talk them through how it all plays out when they go to get it installed. So basically, it's almost like a 4-step process. We call you. One of our guys will come out and guys or gals will come out and do a staking job. So they walk the property with you, see exactly where you want it to go on your property. And then the next part would be running a drop. And the third part would be actually splicing that drop into the road. And then the last part is actually doing an install. Just some other tidbits. We just did a contract with Mulberry to offer their TV service through us. So it would be through Miami Cast, but we're in a partnership with Mulberry to offer that, and that is available now. So we do offer internet, phone, and TV if anybody was interested in that, and all the pricing and all that's on our website as well.
Okay. Do you have any questions, either of you?
Well, I've got, did you guys anticipate the idea that you would have such competition coming in? And I know it's all because of the ECAM money that was made available, but
No.
I mean, you've got, what, we have 5 or 6 probably in the county?
Yeah.
You know, Comcast and TDS and Mulberry and you guys.
Mulberry, anywhere for like Mulberry, for example, we have a really good partnership with them. I sit down with their CEO maybe once a month, and we go over our maps and make sure we're not overlapping each other. But as far as the bigger names not gonna sit down with me and talk like that. But, we did not anticipate that, just simply because nobody had built Carroll County out really much before us.
Well,
before we started.
the ECAM money came, what, in that second year after we initially talked about doing this, and, you know, $88 million or whatever it was that they made available
Yep.
goes a long way.
No, and like the bigger companies, I wouldn't consider us we're not a large company. I mean, we're pretty small still, but Comcast, for example, and Next Level or 4, they were able to go to the state and say that they would only put in $1 million. The state would only have to give them $1 million, and they do like a $9 million build out in areas. We can't do that. You know what I mean? I wish we could, but we need like a 50-60% match to make it work for us, compared to if they can go down to 10%, that's all they're getting from the state. It's just money talks, I guess, you know.
Sure. From a competitive standpoint, you still feel comfortable in your profitability on the project?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've been in areas where Comcast and the other, you know, larger companies are at, and we eventually went over customers just because of our customer service and how we handle things, and the products we offer are better, in my own opinion. And people finally, they'll talk with each other and say, oh, I got Broadway, it's great, and then somebody sitting there with Comcast, and they're like, well, mine does this or does that. And then we're no contract, so we don't do contracts. We don't throttle people's speeds. There's unlimited data. You don't get charged overages for data. With Comcast and the other guys, you do. So we try to get them with customer service, get people to sign up with us, because we are a co-op. That's one of our 7 core principles is community involvement. And so we're in the communities, we're on the back of people's sports jerseys at ball games and stuff, and that's where we plan to be, and that's where we're going to continue to be.
Okay. So you believe by the end of the year, the project will be complete?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're on schedule right now. We have it all the way pretty much done. All we have left to do is call people and have people sign up for service.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident that that'll happen, unless something extravagant happens to where we can't get the fiber pulled through in phase 4, because that's the largest one that we haven't pulled through. But other than that, that'd be the only thing that would stop it. And we haven't had any issues in any of the other phases. I can't see us having up there.
I know one of the issues that was brought up significantly when we were talking about this was last mile connectivity. You feel that that issue is taken care of, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't have any issues there. So we partnered with Wintech as well, and we get a fee from them. It actually comes right into Delphi, over there on Armory Road. That's where one of our main fees come in. And then we actually partnered with Vericom, and we get a fee from them. So either way, it's redundant.
Okay.
If one gets cut, it doesn't matter, because the other one's going to pick up the load from that one. And they're 200 gig circuits that go all the way to Indianapolis. So we've built this with enough redundancy that unless your drop gets cut to your house, from the road, you know, I mean, from the road to your house, then yeah, you're probably going to lose internet. But if the main trunk line gets cut, it's not really going to affect it.
Okay. Very good, thank you.
And if you guys ever hear complaints or somebody's interested or wants information, I can shoot you guys all an email and give you my cell phone number. We get calls all day, text, emails, so, or they can call our office.
Do you have any
Well,
questions?
no, I personally have dealt with them, and I'm not real impressed. They had some promises, but never got back with me. I did finally get hooked up.
You did?
Yeah, the thing I like about you guys is you're local. I can call, I can stop by your office. It's, you know, it's not talking to somebody in another state or somewhere, but I know there's a lot going on. I see these others coming in. It's just going to make it, before you set a new mailbox post, you better be calling 811. That's all I got to say. If you got to set a post or something.
Oh,
Because there's gonna be several in there. Talked to Comcast the other day, and they told me that AT&T will be following them. And I get TDS got a message from them, they're gonna install too, I believe. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah,
But we're gonna be dealing with issues in the county we haven't had to deal with before.
well, we've uncovered issues where we had already put like conduit, it was over by north on 29 over by Burlington, where they came right behind us and they pretty much sliced our, we didn't have fiber in it yet, and they sliced our conduit all the way up 29. So,
Yep.
then we had to get all that fixed, because we went to pull fiber through and we're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then we started digging into it, and we're like, oh, that makes sense.
Well, I know if I have any serious digging done, ditch repair, I'm gonna have to hire it done now,
Yeah.
because there's so much there. That's,
I know I've received a few calls from TDS about Comcast cutting their lines, so they're not very happy.
No, it's,
And I've heard some of the Comcast crew they don't have a locate number, they were locating themselves, which,
yeah. We have two guys that locate for us on staff. So they get the ticket from 811, they come out, they verify it, they locate it, then they go back in and clear the ticket, so. Yeah, I would highly suggest telling people to call in if they call 811 before doing anything, 'cause
Yeah.
it is gonna get messy out there.
yeah.
Well, I think anybody I'm glad to hear that you have partnered with Mulberry, because we have Mulberry, and we're from right down in the southern part of the county, and their TV is excellent.
Yeah, yes. It's a very good product, very, very good product. It is a little pricey, I will say that. And they've warned me about that before, but it is a good product. You are dealing with a co-op, just like us, so they're gonna give you the best customer service you can get. They told me a lot of it has to do with like broadcasting fees, so when they go to renew their packages, the channels that they get for those, the prices keep increasing. But their members said they wanted it through Mulberry, is why Mulberry is still doing it. So, and they're a very good company, very, very good company.
We have of course, our cell phones, and we have a Mulberry home phone now, which the only value I can find to it is helps me to find my cell phone.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, does anybody out here have a question for him?
I do.
Yeah.
I live on 450 North, east of Flora. I know they came down State Road 18. I know some contractor, don't know who it was, went south on 450, but no one came north on 450. It's a dead-end road. Myself and another person lives down that road, and I have to get my internet from an AT&T hotspot because I have no access to either one of the broadband towers that are up right now on Jason Oilers or on Warner's because I have woods. So I was wondering, is there any thought of you bringing that down?
I'd have to look up here, what's?
My address is 689 North, 450 East. I did go in and say that we were interested, but.
Okay. I'll look it up and I can talk to you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else to ask about or talk about?
I think not. Good.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah, and if you guys want me monthly or every other month, or however, if you want me to come in again, or just on request, let me know. I can come in at any time. I'm usually in Delphi once or twice a week at our office here, and I'm out in county driving things out, so I'm always available, or if you just want to call and say what's going on here, just let me know.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep, thank you.
And we're ready for Nick McClellan.
I'll be quick. Just a friendly reminder, we're going to come back in August and talk to you. The investigator said the lease is up in September, so here I am. I have not talked to Todd Price about extending it or month to month. I'm not talking about that, so I don't know anything about that, because we planned on just ending it September 1st.
September 1st, on the end of September, September 1st. That's quickly approaching.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now-
That's all, I mean, I'm just.
Wait, you're gonna extend that lease until when?
No.
You don't want to?
We're planning on it, because I'm paying for it out of the diversion fund right now.
Uh-huh.
That's how it's being paid for. And so we weren't planning on extending it past September 1st. I have not talked to Todd Price to see even if that's even an option.
Okay.
But we'd like to get out of there if we could, if we have somewhere to put everything. That's the dilemma that we're running into.
Okay.
Have you considered anything in the basement yet?
No, I've just kind of been waiting to hear from you guys. I'm, whatever you guys want to do, just tell me and we'll get it done. I just don't want to wait till August 25th.
Right.
Because I'd like to hire somebody to help me move all the stuff out of there. It's just so heavy. The filing cabinets are clear full. We could empty them, but I'm not sure that I want to empty them because everything's organized in order.
Sure.
I'd like to just move them full, but I'm going to have to have some help doing that.
I don't know, is there any chance we could get the highway department to help move all that stuff? How long of a time do you think it'd take? How many man hours or?
I think we've got 25 filing cabinets. There are some stuff is going to be county property. I think there might be a desk out there. There might be some computer screens. I was going to get a list together and send to Beth and see if anybody else needed any of the stuff. Some of the stuff we bought with the conversion, so it'll stay in my office.
Okay.
But I know some of the stuff we spent county money on, but I'm not exactly sure what's left out there. We've distributed it and used it where we can, and I'm just not sure what's left out there.
And you have 25
I
files.
think there's 25.
And that's not counting what's in Lafayette or Indy, correct?
Correct. We have evidence at the Tippecanoe County Post, Post 14, and I would say there's, well, that's a whole spec section of their evidence room. That's probably an 8x8 section full of boxes stacked up.
Beth, how much is the training room used down there? Down in the basement?
I know State Board of Accounts uses it when they come once a year. But I don't know. Mike, do you know how much that's used down there? Yeah, I don't either. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff already in there.
Cabinets and that in there.
Right, you guys
What are
have-
two refrigerators in there for the health department? That's great big.
Yeah.
Those are gone, we have small ones now.
Okay.
Nick, would you be available after the meeting for you and I to run down there and scope out the
I'm here all week,
situation
so,
and
I'll have to,
see?
I have the keys to the door, I'll have to look at it.
All right,
The training room?
well, we'll just, if that would work, we'll just come get you after the
What
meeting.
time do you think you ought to be done?
Oh golly, do you want to shoot for 11?
Yeah, that'll probably work.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, all right.
That'd be good. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
This says that it goes from September 13th, 25 to September of 27. The total amount would be 19,000. I was wondering, I had an idea that maybe Cume Cap could be used for that because it's storage and we're running out of places. And if you give away the training room, that's our last room.
Yeah.
I'm just stating that.
Yeah, well,
And I
I'm,
looked at the place for him down in the basement after he said 25 cabinets. I'm not sure that would be
Yeah.
fulfilled. And area plan now and veterans office is where they used to be, so I don't know. And then there's some other things down on the right. But all that could be moved very easily to somewhere else.
I'll go down and see.
What's on the right? It used to be museum stuff just jammed in there, but it's not
No,
there
it's- oh,
anymore.
that's, no, that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's all organized now. I mean, it's like the treasurer, it used to be the prosecutor in different areas. I'm on the right, or the left and the right, because of payroll and different things that we have to keep.
are they labeled?
Mhm. There's a wooden shelving and it'll say, but the prosecutors, it's gone, so I don't know where it went.
What's gone?
The prosecutor's,
Oh.
area. So, I don't know. I was hoping Keith would be here, we could ask him.
Somehow we're going to have to squeeze all those files in somewhere because
Plus the
And
evidence.
you also have to put up another chain link fence right beside it because everybody's in one area, so you can't have his stuff. You'll have to have it sectioned off.
is there, for the area that's on the right when you go down there, which would be on the left when you come out of the elevator, right?
The left, right where we went to look at books,
Yeah,
that's all full.
that's all full.
I mean, it's all claimed, I'll put it that way, yeah.
Okay, well,
But you
I
might
appreciate you
think
doing
about
that, Scott.
trying to
Go down
look
there
at
and
keep
look
that.
it over. And
See,
Just rent
See
it
if
for
been
2 more
years since I
years.
was down there, so.
They'll have to move it somewhere then.
But you might be in a better situation.
And even though I don't like the idea of moving it twice, we could temporarily put it in the basement, and then if and when we get things situated at the old jail, we can move it over there, if we get that rectified.
It would never get moved.
Huh?
I can bet you right now it would never get moved. I've been here too long.
You've seen it happen.
Okay, Angie Brown is not gonna be here, so we can go right on to Mike.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning, Mike.
You should have a copy of the estimate to do those repairs that we talked about at the old jail. We did reach out to about 5, 6 different companies to have them come in and do estimates. 2 of them showed up, and only 1 sent a response. So to do all the things that we need to have done, we're looking at about 100 and, well, the estimate's 134,660. But that's not running into any problems when they get in there and they start doing stuff. And to recap, what they're gonna do is they're gonna pull all the toilets and that out, cap those, cap any of the other water lines, make sure the water's turned off, remediate the mold, reseal the windows that were all identified when the environmental company was in there. And then hopefully that will fix the issues.
Okay, now, what's the amount of the bid that you say?
$134,660.
Wow,
It's on your second page.
what's it look like?
It's like, yeah, it's got
Okay.
Mike's name on it right there.
I don't see it in here.
Let's take-
Okay, and Mike, as you've looked through this, do you think this is, that
I mean, I
Need
believe
always.
that's gonna fix all the issues, and that, I've got, there's always something that comes up that we don't anticipate.
Well, it says that, didn't it? The fans,
what's this one?
yeah. They added two.
Was there an idea that they'd stick a couple of extra dehumidifiers back in that building to help pull down some of the humidity?
Yeah, that's part of those mains for the systems, was the humidifiers.
They're pretty humid in there right now.
And bringing the humidity down will also keep the mold growth.
Mold's increasing.
Okay. Especially back here on the east and south walls.
Okay, what we're looking at here is trying to repair the problems that are in the old jail so that it can be made usable for storage. Which, as you've just heard our prosecutor say, that he has 25 filing cabinets just for the murder trial that we just went through to store somewhere. And of course, you don't want to pack those in so you can't open a drawer. You gotta be able to get to things. But we're also looking here at $134,660 for the old jail. What do you guys think?
Well, a lot of that evidence that the prosecutor has is electronic, which is very susceptible to humidity and things such as that. So if that is a place that we're going to end up putting it, it's got to be environmentally suitable to do that. And I know $134,000 is a lot of money, but if we consider having to move 911 to a different location, I mean, that could be $300,000, $400,000, $500,000.
The most expensive part's probably gonna be moving the radios. And, for like the Solcom systems, for the phones, we're looking at like $9,000. The IT stuff was like $66,000, depending on where we move it and how much money they have to run. I'm still waiting on information back from the radio people.
And couldn't there also be a tower issue as well?
Depending on where we go,
Right.
and that, we might have to look at a top, if you move this farther into the bowl,
Mm-hmm.
we would have to look at erecting some sort of a tower to shoot out to hit the 800 VHF towers. And then, unless you want to invest in microwave, we're talking a whole lot more money. And then, now there is a possibility, if you want to look at moving, that there's a chance that we could go over to Florida. It'd be leasing part of their facility. But, they've originally offered a backup for $1 a month or $1 a year. But I haven't engaged it with them anymore. And then we got, there's already some lines ran in Florida because there was at one time going to be a backup center there.
Right.
That ended up falling through. So I just need to know which way you guys want to go. So if we're looking at moving, I'm gonna have to start looking at cost a lot more, and then actually engaging with whoever on where we're gonna move. Not only on top of this cost to do these remediations and that, and we're hoping that it fixes all the problems. We're still gonna have to do some movement within moving dispatch center out of that spot, and we can shift them over to where we can open it up a little bit more to where people can come in for storage and still be behind double locked doors to where we're still maintaining state standards.
Is the kitchen, the old kitchen area down there, is it, I mean, it looks clean. Is it inhabited by mold too?
I haven't checked the kitchen area that much. I'm more concerned with where we've already got the mold at and where it's continuing.
Which is in the cell area, right?
The whole back end. So specifically the east wall and the south wall. The east wall is completely covered. And it's starting to go down those old catwalks, making its way west on the side.
Uh-huh. Probably the two largest rooms down there to use would be the kitchen area and the library area. It used to be library. I don't know, multipurpose room, whatever you call that room. Be the most open areas to start moving prosecutor stuff into. You might check those when you're looking at them, see if that'd be a suitable place to put it. And then we'll have to bite onto this 134,000 and see what, I mean, today you can't build much of a building for 134,000. We're getting into that with the morgue. When I first look at a number like that, I'm so old that looks like a whopper, but you realize that today it's not nearly such a whopper as it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of that, of the guts of the jail, the cells, some of that come out, like the, of course, where the bedding was.
No, the beds are anchored, they're actually welded to the wall.
Will that come out, so then you'd be taken out?
If you want to pay for that to come out, I just planned on having the toilets and not taking them out.
I'm just curious if, for storage, if it'd be,
Each one of those pods have a day room in there, so there's room in there too.
okay.
And that, so if you're looking at doing something for the prosecutor, if he did all the remediation, what we would do is we would lock that door down and give them the skeleton key to it.
Right.
And disconnect electronics from it to where they would be the only ones that had access.
That's, could be used as shelving too.
It could be.
Yeah. Heavy duty. I was just curious, because that probably should be done before we do this.
Okay, any more questions for Mike? Thank you. Thank you for getting this estimate here
Yeah.
too.
It says down at the bottom here, it's only good for 30 days.
30 days.
So it looks good for 30 days. Will they continue that?
I can ask them. I just,
Good for 30 days.
Should we take it under advisement, bring it up next meeting?
Sure.
Yeah. Probably.
We need to look at where we're gonna get 134 too.
Right.
Okay.
So do we need a motion to table? Probably. I'll make a motion that we
Under
take,
advisement.
pardon?
To take it under advisement.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we table the proposed remediation estimate provided to us by Mr. Fincher, and bring it up at the next, the next meeting, which would be the 18th.
Yes.
Okay.
One second.
Second. Okay. So I have a motion and a second that we're gonna table this till the 18th. And we'll bring it back up again and maybe have some ideas thought through by then. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. And with that, we're ready for our public health nurse, Julia. Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, good, how are you?
Fine. So, the health department has previously purchased AEDs for the courthouse, and we have changed the batteries in them when they're needed. And so, however, those batteries for those AEDs have been discontinued. So, therefore, the AEDs will be replaced entirely by next year, this time next year. So Dr. Anderson Bean has reviewed this and found that usually the responsibility of purchasing and maintaining AEDs falls under the building owners or operators, which would be you guys. So he was wanting in writing, if you guys would agree to have the health department continue to purchase and maintain the AEDs for the courthouse and the courthouse only. So that's what I'm asking today, if it could be voted on and recorded in the meeting minutes that the health department takes over the AEDs in the courthouse.
Okay, we're gonna have to back up to the beginning here because what's an AED?
The automatic external defibrillator is the.
Oh,
It's a what?
defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Defibrillators.
Defibrillator.
Okay.
Defibrillator.
Yeah.
So it shocks you when.
Yeah, so you're wanting to get some for here in the courthouse?
Yeah, because by next year, the batteries that I put in it, that I purchased last year, that they will expire and they're discontinued. They don't make those anymore, so.
Of course not.
I know. So, but I found a grant that would cover
Okay.
AEDs. So that's why we wanted in writing, if you want us to take over the AEDs. Since actually it's the commissioners that are in charge of those, replacing them, not really us, but I know we've replaced them before, but
You say there's 8 in the courthouse, where are
there's
they?
only 2 in the
I was gonna
courthouse.
say, I not ever seen.
No, there's only 2. There's one on the first floor and there's one on the third floor.
Okay.
But if I.
So we're just
I-
out of luck here, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Too bad for you.
Yeah.
So you're asking us to go ahead and do the grant to get that? Is that what you're doing?
I'm asking if you'll, put us in charge of it.
Put up what?
Put them in
health
charge.
department in charge of it.
Oh, why not?
That way it's in writing.
Who was in charge of it before?
How else can they do that?
It should be, it should be like, wouldn't it be the commissioners would be in charge of the AEDs?
If that's what,
Because it's,
it's the courthouse, yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I didn't know if you wanted to just let us take over, since we handle with the AEDs all the time.
Who else would we have in charge of
So
it?
just kind of like hand it over.
Yeah,
to us,
I-
guess.
Did you find the grant through Lexapro? Did you utilize Lexapro
No,
for
I
that?
found this on my own, and I
I
applied
found it on
for it, and I
there.
already got the grant. I sent you the grant, an email, so, and it's only good for 30 days, so.
Yes, I do have a copy of the grant.
Okay.
I didn't bring it in.
Because the new grants would cover Zoll, I think it's called. Is that in here?
Now,
Okay.
the brand you wanna get would be Zoll, because that's what EMS runs. So if EMS, if you have to put an AED on somebody here, you would wanna use the Zoll pads that are already on there. If you have a different brand, then you gotta rip the pads off and put another set of pads on.
Okay.
So the smartest thing, since Doug's running
Mhm.
Zolls,
Zolls.
is that everybody has Zolls as well.
Because I partner with Doug, so then I
So
can
you
just
don't-
replace him. I can do it. That'd be easier for you guys if you just took over. If I-
Yeah, I don't know. And
I don't think we've ever been in charge of them. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I don't think that we've ever purchased AEDs. I think it's always been the health department,
Right.
but you just want permission to have that in writing that you're gonna take care of them.
That's what Dr. Anderson wants.
Yeah, well, it's always in writing, anything that happens here.
And you may, we had an EMS meeting last Friday. If by chance we end up partnering with Parkview, I'm not for sure, Doug, you may expand upon this a little bit. The program of purchasing product through Parkview,
Yeah,
like at
we're-
their cost,
We're working on that. I'm not sure when that'll take effect,
okay,
but that would be a possibility. Towards the end of the year, probably.
right, I mean, could be a substantial savings if we had to get new AEDs through the Parkview partnership, the potential Parkview partnership.
But you already got the grant.
So the grant covers
I
the
do,
Is that what
it's
you're
what you-
partial, not all of it,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But we just didn't know if you wanted us to take over taking care of them. Which we always have taken care of them, but I mean, we just need it in writing that you're okay with it.
Okay.
Well, if Dr. Anderson Bean wants to have something written, are you gentlemen good with doing that? I'll make a motion that we turn over the AED responsibility and maintenance to the health department.
I'll second.
Okay, so I got a motion and a second that we turn over the AED maintenance and what? You said two things, maintenance and operation or whatever.
Yeah.
To the health department. All in favor of that, please say aye.
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 So you are in charge now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jim.
Custodian Keith. Maybe he's not here yet because we're running ahead of time. Running way ahead of time. Doug, you want to take the floor?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have, one of our paramedics, had some medical issues earlier in the year. Pretty much used up all his FMLA. And he now had to have surgery on his shoulder, so he's gonna be out for another 12 to 14 weeks, but his FMLA is pretty much ran out. So, Jan said we just need to get it cleared to you guys to get a medical leave for him. He did send me an email requesting a medical leave. We just need to get that approved so we can keep it on.
It's an just unpaid medical leave.
Yeah, I don't know about short-term disability, like I don't know how he's working with Jan on that, but as far as us paying him, yeah, he wants.
Okay.
HR.
People don't know.
It should be.
On
We need paramedics.
Yeah.
And the bad thing is, I don't have any, it took me 6 months to get back to full staff to find somebody, so, you know, I don't know how long he's gonna be off, I know he said probably 12 weeks at least, so, it's kind of where we're at.
So I'd entertain a motion, John.
I'll move that we grant the request for the medical leave.
I'll second.
Okay, so, we've got a motion and a second to endorse,
To grant the,
allow
extended.
the, medical leave. Right? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Pray for healing.
You're almost full staff, you say?
We
right?
are, yeah, we are full staff, except for that now, that,
Okay.
that 2 days a week.
Good, good. Auditor Beth Myers.
Yes, I've had some requests for a date for you guys to hear the 2026 edit request.
Oh.
And I didn't know what day you would like to do that. Should give them time to, I have to notify everybody.
We do it in September
That'd be
with
fine.
no problem. Do you want to shoot for the 15th?
Now to give everybody time to get their,
Mm-hmm. The request in.
Okay. Is that a good?
do we
for
need
the-
that in the form of a motion, do you think?
I
I don't think so either. Is that all right with you, Lauren, 15th?
Put it on here.
Huh?
I'll put it on my calendar,
Okay.
That's a regular meeting day.
plus drainage board.
That would,
During the,
yeah.
but during the meeting. Yeah, we're not gonna do a separate, okay.
Okay, and then the second thing we have there is a certificate of
There
appointment.
should be a certificate for the health board member that you approved the last meeting. That is required to be signed. You were asking those questions about, you know, she was a veterinarian and everything. Do you have it in your?
I have the form here.
So it's already been approved, all you really need to do is sign it.
Okay, is it still required that of the health board to be a balanced thing between Democrats and Republicans? It still is?
But she's replacing Doc Stoffer,
Okay,
so it says that on the form, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and that she's marked it that she's a Republican. So
Okay.
Republican replacing a Republican, I would think they would have it in balance.
Okay. Well, I don't know that we even we already appointed this, so all I gotta do is sign it.
That's right.
Date of signatures today, which is the 4th. Okay, is there anything, yes, excuse me.
I have something that also was given to me after the agenda went out, and it's a courthouse grounds application. And the recorder is here, so I thought I'd just let her
Okay.
present it. Would that be okay?
Yep. Me, it's okay.
Well, both of you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I apologize for the late request.
No problem.
I just got my banner. It's, we've partnered with my computer software people through CSI for the Equity Protect. And I've gotten a banner here, if you'd like to see it. I'm just asking, for permission to put it up during Old Settlers.
Okay.
And I know you don't want, like fence posts in the ground, so I didn't know if maybe I could attach it to, the gazebo or just find a place that I could attach it.
How big is that?
Thank you. So here's what it looks like.
Poverty monitoring, yeah, okay, I gotta check on, that's not real big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Offering property fraud prevention, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
And it gives the people the information they need to go on and see what risk level they're at. And then if they're at a high risk, they get the choice of either just having their property watched or actually signing up for the program to have it monitored at all times.
Okay. Have we had any problem with that here in the county that you know of?
We have.
We
We've
have?
had a couple properties. We've had one that was, I believe she said it was like 14 hours from not being hers anymore and going to closing. There was farm ground, there was 57 acres of farm ground. So yeah, it's a real thing. It's unfortunate that society's come to that, but that's our new threat.
New reality.
Used to be, yeah, right, it used to be, you know, your credit card, your debit card, which it still is, but now they've added this to it. So I apologize and totally up to you, but for being so late and getting
It's okay.
back.
That's okay, that's
No
okay.
problem.
Yeah, I went to
Okay, see, the first thing we have to handle is your request to hang that up somewhere. I entertain a motion, gentlemen.
So moved. I would allow her to put that on the, what'd you say, the gazebo?
Gazebo.
Sure.
Yeah.
somewhere that's suitable,
So I
somewhere
got a
suitable.
motion and a second, says okay. So I call for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So you're fine with that. And
That's what Beth gave me for the
Beth needs this signed.
approval.
Box.
Oh, okay. We'll get you signed up here. It's
Thank
all
you.
set. Well, thank you. I think this is a good thing. Yeah.
So, regarding Carroll Manor, there's a couple things. Do you have a copy of that bill for the air conditioner
I am
bill?
not done.
Do I have a copy of it?
The bill for the air conditioner, that was done?
Can I finish my part first and then you can talk?
Oh, so,
I mean, I know I don't have it on the agenda, I'm sorry. We've got some more things that you need to do.
Okay.
You don't have a bill in there, I know.
I don't have the bill in there. Okay.
Parkview Memorial, you should have a letter in your folder, and if not, I see there's 3 here, so they probably didn't make it one day. But it is talking about them entering into, with Logansport Memorial, and the only thing we need to do on that is to sign it, is what Ted said. The county attorney is not here today, so he told me that the only thing needed on that is to be signed. Because our contract is.
Okay, so signing below, you consent to the assignment of the agreement. We have an agreement with Logansport Hospital, right?
Right, and they're just merging the two, is what Ted said, and he said it only needs a signature. I've got a couple other things here from him.
Does this require a motion?
Yes.
Probably. Any right to terminate.
If we don't consent to this assignment to Parkview, we're gonna start all over again trying to find somebody, so I think we're locked in, really.
We have a contract until later in the year.
End of the year?
Later in the year.
Okay, okay.
I'll make a motion. That we sign the new agreement with Parkview through Logansport Hospital to continue employee health care.
I'll second.
You'll second? Okay. So I got a motion and a second to switch everything over to Parkview. All in favor of that, please say aye.
They're just merging. It's gonna be Parkview Memorial instead of Logansport Memorial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Says Parkview Health up here.
Okay, I knew it was something. But it's not like they're taking,
Parkview's big.
That's out of Fort Wayne, isn't it?
Yeah.
yes.
That's rather, Northern Indiana.
Been there a long time. I got scars on my arm from when I was 5 years old and went to Parkview. Okay, so all in favor of the motion on the floor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed, so I'll sign it.
And according to, once again, the meeting that we had at the EMS garage Friday, I believe that Parkview is going to be putting up, it's not a hospital, is it? Pardon?
Both of them.
Okay. They're going to be putting up a full-service hospital in Purdue's Research Park.
They are.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how about that? How big of a hospital is it gonna be, do we know?
What'd they say?
They said 40 beds.
40 bed? Yeah.
Huh.
And level 2?
No, it won't be level 2.
You don't, it won't be a level 2? Okay.
The other thing I have is an ordinance vacating the public rights of way in Cutler. And Ted says, since this is not a general ordinance and you don't have to vote on it again, it just needs signatures.
Okay.
The other one was a
I'm still
resolution.
stuck on signing all this here. This is a what?
This is the
Oh, vacating the
vacating,
public rights?
yeah, Cutler.
Okay. This should be dated the 4th, shouldn't it?
I'm sorry, Ted usually sends things over the weekend, so this is the stuff that I received over the weekend. And so it did make the agenda. All of these that I'm gonna present to you, so.
Beth, do you have anything else for us?
I have executive order number 2025-03, which we've already discussed and everything. It's about the 5 concrete bollards
Yes.
for the wiremen's, and so he sent something that we need to send to the wiremen's because you've already decided to have them remove those. We have to have a date. It says within so many days of the date of this order, you are ordered to complete the following. So we need to figure out that, and then, of course, the signature. I don't know whether I put one in the file or not, but here's one.
Give them 30 days, 60 days.
I think we said 30 days the
30.
last meeting. But nothing was sent out, but Ted didn't.
Okay. Within 30 days of the date of this order, so ordered, okay, we get to put the date in it today, so that would put it at, September 4th?
Well, we have to send it out today, so you need to give them a couple more days than that.
How about 45 days?
45 days?
Well,
Okay. You have to compute that
Yeah,
thing
okay. Well,
when that comes out to be.
that's a tough question.
I think it just says within 45 days.
45 days,
45
all right
days.
with you, Scott?
Sure. Just one signed?
That'll be fine. I have one more thing, I believe, and that is that Tim Stroshine was here when I was off on medical leave for the MPO, which is the traffic,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know really what it does stand for, but he was wanting to get billed for back work that for Carroll County that he'd done for the city, that because what we signed includes the city and Flora and Burlington and Camden and
Okay.
Yeoman. And when my deputy was telling me about that, I said, we have never received bills. And we don't pay bills without, or invoices. If we don't receive an invoice, we can't pay it.
Right.
So when I talked to him, he said we should have an agreement. And so I looked back, the only agreement that I could find, he found 16, I found 17, and that was the year that I came back in the middle of the year. I replaced Tom.
Mhm.
But it also says that it should be reviewed every year and discussed every year, and so I told him all that, and he says, well, it sounds like we have some work to do. So he wants to know what you guys, what kind of guidance you want from him. Do you want it, to have him come in and we go over that, or does our MPO representative just meet with him on one-on-one, which I know you're gonna ask me who that is, and I'm not really sure, because we haven't had it for 8 years. And we budget for it every year, and I did tell him that. I said, we've had the money every year, but if we don't know what work you've done. And I talked to the mayor too, and he said he agreed. We need to start from here and move forward instead of backward.
Well, I think it'd be nice if he'd come in and talk to us, because I don't really know, I can't say, well, I want you to do these things, because I don't know what else is all on the menu.
Okay. All righty. Well, now I will get the old agreement, and that way you guys can have that too.
Okay.
To review.
Sounds good.
And I think I'm done, because I'm not sure who put this on my desk. It's from the health department, and I should have asked her, so I will talk to.
Okay.
Copy that bill.
Okay. Well, this guy writes almost as good as I do.
Is this the bill that we talked to about the council meeting?
No, I don't think it came up to council meeting. This is one to, well, yeah, I guess, repair
So she was
the
told that
compressor.
she has money in the commissioner's line item. Did she, have you filed a claim?
Not till I get approval from them.
But they told you you were the
You
department
wanna see that one?
member? I believe they gave you permission to file it.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is a bill that was for Carroll Manor, that they had an air conditioner down. And the way I remember it was pretty darn hot when that was down. And the amount of the bill is for $2,625. Nope. What added it up to there?
Good question.
He's got $26.25 in one spot and $28.90 in another.
That's the total, 28.90.
That part there is
Oh,
26.
does that include those three up there?
Yeah, that's a compressor, that 26, 25.
Okay.
See, this adds up to that.
Okay, I was thinking that this all came out to that, but evidently not. Okay. So, we need to pay it, right? Okay.
But you have money in your line, in your commissioner's budget for them to use.
That's out of the $20,000 that we have back? Yeah, okay. Well, that's what we put it back for.
And Kim, if I may ask, did you have call, was it A&H?
Shane Chapman,
That's Shane Chapman.
Yeah. Were you the one that called them?
we were together, yeah. It was on speakerphone and the air conditioner was down, so we called Bill first, couldn't reach him, you're not taking the calls, so we just went ahead and called Shane, and, you know, we can't have them at risk, right?
Oh, I completely agree.
Good.
It's
Yeah,
okay at the commissioner council meeting for her to use that line.
yeah.
Okay, so I think all Beth needs is a motion from us to take it out of that fund, so I would entertain a motion.
I'll move it. Take the money out of the commissioner's fund that we have set aside to help Carroll Minor.
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion and a second to take it out of the Commissioner's Fund for $2,890 for the air conditioning. Is it working all right now?
Pardon me?
Is it working all right now?
Some days.
Some days?
It gets over 90, huh? Better being outside.
Okay, so I'd call for a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
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 And I will add, Kim, were you at, I don't think you were at the council meeting Thursday, okay. Just want to make sure that as a department head, you're aware that that money is in that account, and as a department head, you can order to have certain things done.
Yeah, usually the big ticket items I bring to you for approval.
I completely agree. I completely agree. And probably wouldn't be a bad idea to contact Beth, also, you know, checking balances occasionally. And one thing that, if I may, I haven't requested, I don't know if we have in the past, like monthly income and expense report, what's going on out there at the county home. I think that would help us to see, you know, what's coming in, what's going out, you know, what it looks like at the end of every month. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that'd be very good. You're right. Okay, is there anything else needs to come before the commissioners? Yes, sir.
If you want me to approach the podium?
Please.
Excuse my weight, I'm not too swift. My name is Marvin, John Barry Marvin. My voice, this is my good voice you have today. I was in a coma for 8 weeks in
No kidding.
2017. And went through some extensive therapy to even talk like this.
Well, I'm glad you're up and around, though.
Yeah, the reason I'm here is I have, as a concerned citizen of Carroll County, I'm a member of the Community Foundation of Carroll County, and also a CASA, or CASA, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Was a CASA until I was threatened and decided I didn't want to need that in my life. So anyways, the purpose I'm here, the purpose for my words is a genuine concern. I'm not here to grind an axe with you guys, okay? I'm here just to bring some points up for you guys to plan in your brain to think about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 5 points here. I'm a former teacher and international business guy, so I go into a meeting with an agenda. When I'm going to speak, I'm going to have a plan. So I have 5 topics here, so I won't take more than 5 minutes of your time. The first concern I have as number 1 is the Carroll Manor.
Okay, I'm sorry. Would you say that again first?
My first concern I have is the Carroll Manor. It seems like I've been to the last 2 meetings that you've had, and also been to a council meeting. There seems to be a big disconnection as to who's in charge and who can do what. I think you guys need to think about operational improvement there and getting a firm chain of command into what's going on, and to make sure that we give the residents of that place a safe, comfortable place to live. I know there's a lot of public groups that have formed to help raise money for this facility. I think that's great, you know, but it seems like there's just Band-Aids being put on this place continually. And in my opinion, I don't know that there's a real strong sustainability plan in place, as evident by what I've witnessed of topics of concerns at your meetings and the council meeting. Another thing I'm big on is parks. I'm a former president of the Burlington Park Board, had to resign from that due to health reasons. The parks in our county are beautiful, and I think that we need to do what we can always to maintain these parks for future generations. You know, what we have right now is great, but we need to be able to sustain and make sure that the improvements that we're doing are going to be long-lasting, and not look for the cheapest bid when we come to find contractors to do improvement work. That we look for, and I know, you know, I have to have contractors in my house all the time now due to my health, and always have a concern when a contractor shows up in an $80,000 pickup truck. I know I'm in trouble. So I know it's hard to find contractors. I know it's hard to find the right kind, but please use due diligence and not always use the cheapest bid. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the integration of assets. One of the meetings I was at too recently, the sheriff, who does a fantastic job, talked about brakes and the sustainability of his vehicles. What came to my mind was, you know, when I was a CASA agent, I had a couple families that their father was employed by the county garage. Why aren't these vehicles going to the county garage and having those guys fix this stuff, rather than pay $1,000 for brakes? I just paid $400 for brakes in Flora. So I'm not saying he's getting ripped off, but I'm saying, come on, let's look at this a little bit better. My last concern, then I'm going to get off my soapbox, is the LEAP project. You know, the LEAP project has been tabled in Tippecanoe County due to resistance. This LEAP project isn't going to go away. There's too much money invested. What you guys are going to have in the future, not right now, but in the future, the Wabash River, they're going to look for more aquifers. And we're going to have to protect that river. And so I don't know what zoning or whatever you want to do. I haven't spent my efforts in going into what the, if a property owner can decide to drill a well, if someone can buy property, for example, on the Wabash River and decide to drill wells for these people and sell the water to Lebanon. Do you guys know? I don't know. From what I've been able to find out is the water issue is like, you own the property, but do you own beneath the property? And so what some of the groups have come up with who support the LEAP project is, no, you do not own that property. That is anyone's property down there. So I encourage you, when you set an executive session, to put the LEAP project on your agenda. The other thing about the LEAP project that'll be coming up is the source of water. I live in Burlington Township. I smell pig hog manure on soybean wheat fields all the time. It's okay, it's part of living there, right? I don't have a problem with it. Eventually, they're gonna come to you with your water supply, and I think Delphi already has a water supply issue. They're gonna come at you with contamination of the soil, and to have to build purification plants for the water that they're taking from underneath the ground. But the water that's having manure, or developing due to placing manure on the ground, will be contaminated. Thus, not right now, but eventually it's going to affect the water supply. So, you're going to have to be prepared for that. That's all I had. Thank you for your time. 5 points of contention. I think you guys are doing a great job. I appreciate the roads. I appreciate the police service. I appreciate the public health. And I appreciate Carroll County. You know, one of my mentors told me the best thing about Carroll County doesn't cost any money. The best thing about Carroll County is your eyes. when you drive through the county and see how beautiful it is. Let's keep it that way. You know, when I was an international businessman, I returned from a trip from China, and my boss gave me a briefcase with $100,000 in it. Told me to go build a house. Came to Carroll County. Why? Just what I said. Drive around. It's the best place we can live. We got to keep it that way, though. These things that the prosecutor talked about with the records, that's going to be a problem for you guys. You're going to have to figure that out. Because all the time in the news you see about politicians and having issues with not properly storing those documents. People raising lawsuits. You better take care of it. You better lock them up. That old jail is a great idea. Dehumidify a section, block it off if you have to from the rest of the jail, store those documents in there. Thank you.
Yep, thanks, Barry.
Thank you, good having you.
With the permission of my colleagues here, I'd like to address just a little bit of this, if I could. Carroll Manor, you mentioned chain of command and sustainability plan. Carroll Manor has been a bone of contention for a long, long time. We went through a time, well, Carroll Manor was always supported by Carroll County. It was a part of Carroll County government. Clear back into the 1800s. The home we have now is actually the second home that we've had. There came a time when members of the council felt like that they wanted to divorce themselves from Carroll Manor, that it was, well, it was a tight time for money. And one of the places that they could see where that maybe they could save money was to not support the manor. So it was taken off from being a true part of the county and made into an entity that is supposed to pay its own way. That is basically where all the problems have come from, is how does it pay its own way? How does it make it and do it? And how much responsibility does the county have for that facility? I get the feeling that there's an awful lot of people that want the county to maintain it and keep it going. I don't know that there's a majority, because I don't think most of the people out here are even paying attention to it. But I've always been one who has been in favor of maintaining the manor and keeping it going. There's only, Scott, 6, something like that?
In the entire state?
6 county homes left in the state of Indiana because of these very problems. It happens that right here we've got, no, White doesn't, Howard does, and Clinton has county homes right here by us. So sustainability, we're still trying to work that out as to what's the best route to make it sustainable. And it's always been, in my opinion, a limiting factor on the manor that if I'm going to take my mom there, or if my wife decides I need to go there, how do I know it's going to keep going? You know, you don't want to get somebody all settled in there, and they, for the most part, everybody really likes it there. It's a beautiful facility. If any of you have never been in it, I would encourage you to go through it. It's wonderful. But I think for it to come to full fruition and to be as viable as it can be, we need to make sure that we have a plan to make it sustainable. I'm glad you used that word because that's where it needs to go. Chain of command, we're working on that yet right now. And I think we've come a long ways on it. I think we're about to get that all ironed out, the chain of command part of it. Park maintenance, of course, we don't have anything to do with Burlington Park or the Delphi Parks or the Floor Park. We have French Post Park and Deer Creek.
Which I'm a member of the Friends of the County Parks, the two parks.
Yeah.
So I'm familiar with those operations. And what's the current status?
And I think they do a very good job with the limited budget that they have. And they're now by renting campsites and things of that type, they're creating some income flow for themselves too, some cash flow. Vehicles worked on at the county garage. This has been something that's been kicked around a lot of different times, is why don't we do that? The main reason that we haven't done it is because we've had problems with just keeping enough mechanics in the garage to keep our own trucks going, let alone adding on to it, say the county ambulances or the county police vehicles. It sounds like a great idea, but to do it, we would have to, we'd have to have more mechanics than what we have, and we'd have to increase the budget there for that. And there's been times that we've had troubles having a mechanic in the garage. So that's why it has never gone that way, is because we've hated to tell the sheriff, well, you have to run your cars all for maintenance through over there, and they tell him, well, we're booked up on these 3 trucks for the next 2 weeks, so you're out of luck. You know, that's the problem with that. Now, also our garage is of limited size, and we are in the process of trying to add more building space, maybe better garage space right now. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we're working on that. The LEAP project, for any of you that don't know about this, is that big monster down at Lebanon, in that area there, where the state is just pouring vast amounts of money into building an area that is suitable for huge development of industry. And if you go down 65, you see that. It's working. But the problem is, you got ones like, I think Eli Lilly's involved.
Lily's the biggest one, yeah.
Some others that require huge amounts of water, and they don't have them in the ground there at Lebanon. Somebody should have thought that through, I think, before they started this all up. Tippecanoe County has asked us to join with them. The commissioners in Tippecanoe County asked us to join with them in putting forth a united front against taking any of our water, against taking our aquifers. And I wholeheartedly believe in that we've got our own industrial park out here. We got our own citizens that need water. Why should we allow all of our water to be shipped down there? My opinion is, if they need water, and I've never heard anybody say this, but it's just my opinion, build a pipeline to Lake Michigan. They got quite a bit up there, and ship it down here. And it's a lot better water than we have going down the Wabash. My wife and I had a condo, I guess you'd call it a condo, more like a closet that we stayed in South Haven, Michigan for quite a while. And they'd pump their drinking water right out of Lake Michigan. I don't even know if it's, it doesn't smell chlorinated or anything. I mean, the lake is that clean out there. The pipe just goes out not very far to where they suck it in. Unlimited amounts of water up there out of Lake Superior and Lake Michigan. I don't know why they have to take our water here. So, but you are right, we need to watch that situation very closely. Anything you guys want to add to what
Thanks.
Okay, is there anybody else that needs to speak to us? Yes, Sheriff?
Good morning.
Morning.
I just wanted to, called me last Thursday or Friday, kind of poked the bear again about the speed limit on 350 South,
Yeah,
west of 29
Yes.
and 500 East.
Yeah.
That area in there, and asked if we'd made any progress on that. And I remember we had talked about it. I think he called maybe one of you guys on the board.
I think,
called
yeah,
him once on it.
350. I spoke to him.
Yeah, and he's just wondering where we're at with that. And I told him it really
350
hadn't-
south
Mm-hmm.
on the other side of 29.
The
west
the
side.
west side.
West
On
side.
the west side of 29.
Yeah, 350 South Tees into 29, turn
Okay.
right to go into Burlington.
Just
Yeah.
south of Heinold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he just inquiring if any more had been discussed, and I told him it hadn't.
What's your opinion?
It's an unmarked road, so it's 55,
Right.
and there are quite a few people that live on that road. It's very narrow and hilly. I would tend to concur that a reduction could be beneficial.
So you'd like to see it put down to what?
I don't know, 45, 35, I mean, there's literally houses
I have
that
no-
you gotta pull in and out of right there on 350.
So how far off of 29? How far?
I would do it between 29 and 500 East.
I agree. Because
That's
it gets,
where the road the bridge is on, 500 East.
it gets really hilly.
It's really very hilly, and it's actually, it seems, or it appears very narrow because there's some drop-offs
Uh-huh.
right off the edge of the road. But I think his more concerning thing is just people speeding and people trying to pull out of their driveways or pull in, and people are speeding on that road.
Of course, our first question is, do you have the ability to police it and to enforce
Yeah, it's on our list, but when we have two people on
stuff?
duty,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of a call to call, so any kind of extra patrol, we get that in between the calls.
And if it's unmarked, it's 55, which on that road, it seems very fast. Is this something, I would be willing to bring this up at the next meeting on the 18th. I don't know if it's something Ted could put together, but I would be willing to drop it to 45.
45?
45.
Yeah.
That's only 10 off of what?
Yeah.
I know I've traveled that road a lot, I used to live on it. There's a few places where there's farmers, and there's hills, and they're pulling out tractors and stuff out, making them flying under a hill.
Mm-hmm.
That about, a few near accidents about that.
Well, Scott, would you drop it to 40? What would be your opinion?
I'd say 35 or 40 would be better.
Okay.
Like I say, there's semis and tractors and stuff that move very fast. You know, at the bottom of the hill, you come over a hill,
Mm-hmm.
you got a combine with a 8-row head on it,
Gotta
coming
get
up
on.
the hill, you know.
Gotta steer.
Beneath the top,
Yeah.
yeah, if they're running 55 mile an hour, ain't gonna get stopped.
Right.
School buses, they stop on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is a procedure that according to the state, we're supposed to go through to do this, to drop it. And it involves input from the sheriff and from the highway department and us. It seems like it's been a while since I've done it. I have to stop and think about how this is done. But anyway, then we have to prepare an ordinance and have an ordinance done, and then of course we have to sign it, meaning signage along the road. But let's do it. If both the sheriff and the highway department and citizens out here feel like it's a danger, well, let's fix it.
And I was speaking on my behalf on this.
Right, right.
I just give my opinion.
Well, just if you post at 30 and you presence can't be there, that sign's not gonna change anything, but it might make people realize if you post at 45, they're gonna be still driving 55.
Right.
You post at 30, they might be driving 40. They're gonna maybe think a little bit.
And I mean, I guess I'll retract my 45 and say I'd be willing to drop to 35, knowing full well that they're gonna be 2 to 3 to 4, maybe 5 miles over that, but yeah, I agree with you,
I
Lauren.
know 3 or 4 different spots where there's a hill.
Yeah,
and like,
I've been on that road several times, but not the other.
Homestead, as soon as you go past the entrance, it drops off. Somebody comes up over that, and they go pull out.
Yeah.
Okay, and have a collision or whatever. So there's more than just farmers, there's other places that people live in the driveways at the bottom of the hill or knoll.
See getting out.
And there's 5 or 6 different places down there. In that section.
Yeah. Yep, it's pretty dangerous.
I had somebody call me about Bicycle Bluff, out that area, about speed limit sign out there. Have you
On
looked?
Bicycle Bridge or up where you turn
It's
into?
a Bicycle Bluff. It's an addition out.
On 925 West.
Yes, I think so. People, do we have any speed limits on
I don't believe on
the
that.
area where we have the additions put in?
I don't believe so. Most all of our county roads are unmarked,
Yeah, okay.
so generally.
We
it's
could put
55.
signs like that at the entrance.
Yeah,
That
and
are-
Bicycle Bridge Bluffs, when you come from Bicycle Bridge Road, you climb up the big hill.
Yeah.
Well, at the top of the hill, you turn to go into Bicycle Bridge
Okay.
Bluffs, so I can see.
That's an area we need to look at also.
Well, I think that whole Bicycle Bridge Road has some spots down through there that's pretty darn rough. Narrow.
We also have,
Yeah.
there's tech meetings, I know you used to go to them, where they set out the traffic counters and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see if I can get
Well,
with
that's-
them and.
That's what,
the MPO
Is
is.
that what-
MPO, yeah, Lafayette, yeah. They have those available.
Yeah, it is.
We have asked them to come out as of today and tell us what, this is our cooperation with Tippecanoe County and have them
Yeah.
tell us what all they offer us.
Yeah, they have about a month, once a month meeting.
They used to have
that we
them
can go
here.
to. Yeah, they do, they still do, like every other month it's here. You mean up here?
Yeah,
Generally, it's over at the city building now.
okay. Well, fine, because we went.
They
They're doing
invite us.
things for the
I'm
city.
invited, County Highway's invited, I know
That's how,
Fincher
you,
has been invited.
have you been attended?
Not to everyone, no.
Has our highway department been represented there?
The times that I've been there, yes.
Okay, good, good. Also, we talked a while back about posting about the golf carts around the lake area. Yeah, have you taken that up with the highway department?
No, I have not.
Okay.
No.
I had a call on that again the other day. Just reminded me. So, might mention it to Hunter.
Okay.
It is
And that's
actually,
what you're here,
I'm
you're for the highway.
it is,
Here.
for clarification, it is illegal to run golf carts on county roads.
Correct, it's illegal.
If you got a side-by-side or an ATV and you got the sticker,
As long as they're registered.
off the highways,
Have
but
have a driver's license.
the towns can have an ordinance that they can allow them in, like
Right.
Burlington.
But we can't. I don't think there's no state law that permits the county to allow golf carts. So-
Yeah, okay. Because it can be a hazard.
Correct.
What did we do back several years ago there where we said you had to have a driver's license, you had to have turn lights, you had,
ATVs, UTVs,
oh, that wasn't golf carts.
no. No. Four-wheelers, things like that.
Well, I'm thinking about in front of my house out there by Cutler, and it's mostly ATVs that go by,
Yeah,
not very
mostly.
many golf carts go by.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, the golf carts are mostly along the river, along the
Yeah.
lake.
We got a concentration of homes. They are handy, I mean, I agree with that, but
So what's your position?
well, I asked for signs to be posted as being enforced.
Posted that there's no golf carts?
Yeah, I
on
mean,
the
that's in the
highway?
areas, you know, I mean, you don't put them on every county road, but those, there where they're being abused, where it's being abused. Because they got, you know, kids running them. And concern was with the Dollar General and the alcohol sales and
Yeah, we've had some pretty bad golf cart
Yeah.
crashes.
don't hear.
Not just this year, I'm not saying this year.
Right, but in the
over
past,
years.
yeah. We don't hear about those, so.
I
just
think
one-
there was one just west of Cutler, when there a couple of years ago where a kid got killed.
I think that was on a UTV.
That was an ATV, okay.
Some of those go so fast.
Yeah, some of those.
Some of those do.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts we should share with the sheriff while we have him here?
So are you gonna talk to Ted about this speed limit? Cause you would know more about this than I would, like the numbers of it and everything. To see
Yeah,
if
I
you
can
would
talk to
prepare.
him too. I don't know what exactly the process is
Yeah.
that Bill was talking about, but I'll get a hold, send him an email or something
Ted
Oh,
will
yeah,
know.
he's the one who
Yeah.
told us.
See if he
and have him
can,
start the process.
yeah, get it started. Sure.
Yeah,
It takes you in the county highway to get going.
Now, what about the bicycle bridge area? Do you want to take it on right now too, or?
Well, yeah, if we can.
And it's another road, it's actually, that road you're talking, 925, is almost the same thing, once you get up that hill to where you turn into Bicycle Bridge Bluffs. What is it,
I
maybe
got
a quarter of a mile, and it's got, there's a mobile home park, and
Uh-huh.
otherwise you turn and go towards, what used to be Seagulls, I'm not sure what they call it now, I call it Seagulls, sand and gravel out there, so I mean, there's not really a reason that you should be speeding up there anyway.
Well, the lady I talked to lived in the addition
In
there.
the Bicycle Bridge Bluff, sure. Well, I'm just saying, again, if it's unmarked, it's 55 mile an hour, and there's almost zero reason that anybody should need to go that fast. Not that they aren't, but if you guys were to change that too, and just have something posted.
What is the speed limit, for example, in Cutler?
If it's unmarked,
And there is no markings in Cutler, so it's 55 right through Cutler?
Wow.
it's unmarked.
Remember,
Huh?
this is being recorded. We just announced the speed limit in Cutler.
Oh,
Now, they make it into, like, if you're in downtown Cutler, because of so many houses,
Yeah.
I'll relook at the state law, but because of the concentration of houses, it may reduce, because it's more of a, for lack of better words, urban,
That should be posted.
yeah.
residential.
And I feel like, is there not some 10-mile-an-hour signs in Cutler?
There's a sign, there used to be anyway, one going up the main hill of Main Street.
I think that's 35
Yeah.
coming up through, so I think there's some markings in Cutler.
Boy, they roar through there sometimes.
That's what they do.
Where they really turn it loose, though, is once they turn on 500 and start out towards Burlington. Nice smooth road and away they go. Okay, well, thank you. We'll work on this together.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else we need to bring up? Yes, ma'am.
Simple. I just need Bill's signature on the poll pad purchase. I just need a signature so that we
On the
can,
what purchase?
the voting equipment, the poll pads. I just need a signature so
You
we
said
can
pull
move forward.
tabs. I thought, I didn't know we were into pull tabs here in the courthouse.
Here a minute.
You've got a gaming license, right?
Yeah. Ross, you sat there very patiently through this all. Have you got something to bring up?
I do.
Let me get this signed first, because I can't think and sign at the same time. You're too young to have that kind of problem getting that. Let's see. Customer signature, I guess that's me.
And then I will sign also, but you sign first.
Okay.
When you sign it, they can bring a copy over and put it in your file.
How can we help you, Ross?
On 600, where Mac and Jan live, and they built those new houses there, and they built the one on the hill. The one on the hill,
I don't want to spoil your thunder.
Yeah.
That's been brought to my attention. I've already contacted the highway department,
yeah,
and hopefully they're on it this week.
yeah, and
Yep.
it's really not a highway, it is, but it isn't, because they didn't see the property, the property,
Mhm.
right, to hold that together.
Yeah.
So there's, well, you said, there's ruts like that from the water that rushes down off the structure of the house.
I think what the highway is going to do is take a backhoe and dig a ditch off the berm to where that will catch, but also talk to the homeowner about putting a culvert underneath his driveway that will help divert that water away. Because if we don't divert that water away, that ditch is only going to fill up with mud until he can get proper grass growing on that hillside. It's still a very, very steep hillside.
It is.
So even after grass gets going on it, it still may wash some. But he needs to put a culvert in that driveway to divert that water away.
We have an ordinance on driveways that says you have to put a culvert in. You have to get a permit from the highway department, and you have to, you have to, and a lot of people don't do it, you know.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yep.
I don't have one, but I didn't put in my drive, so.
30 over 30 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I did not want to steal your thunder, but
Okay, but I
This,
need some information.
this is on 600 South,
pardon?
I need some
Right?
information for the people that are.
and between where and where?
Between 300 and 200?
200 or 300, okay. I'll drive it too.
Yeah.
And then my next thing is
Okay.
the road situation.
Uh-huh,
Did you take a look at it?
uh-huh.
And
It's a dandy.
it is. And now we have, of course, we have the issue there down from Brad's fertilizer barn. The holes are like this. So you're driving over to keep from hitting the holes, and there ain't any good coming out of that. And there's still a substantial amount of traffic. And I thought, well, maybe you guys could do the box and do the traffic count on there.
Uh-huh.
That might shore my position up of a chip and seal.
600 South, that'd be just a mile south of me. And 200 or 300, you're not very far
No,
to the east
no.
there.
You're on 300, aren't you?
Yeah.
Between 6 and 7.
These,
Still is a substantial amount of traffic.
600 has been resurfaced not that long ago. I
Yeah,
mean,
you guys didn't do 700.
it's 700?
Yeah, 700 is the
Seven.
problem.
Okay.
That's what they did.
That's a problem too, but that is.
You got me barking up the wrong road there, Ross. I'll have to go back and look.
What's your last name? EGELHOFF.
But those were the two things.
Okay,
that they had. Other than that,
I should be out today, driving it. Okay. I want to drive these other ones we've talked about too. Thank you, Ross.
well, thank you very much. Thanks, guys, appreciate it.
I think that 700 is probably about on the list for next year for chip sealing.
But the traffic is just incredible. It's just like 600.
Uh-huh.
But 600 is nicer, other than the the clay on top of the road.
On the hill.
Yeah, on the hill.
It's even worse when it dries and gets hard.
Oh, yeah, but it's, you know it's slick.
Yeah,
You gotta be.
yeah.
Thank you. Keep after us.
I will. We'll be back.
Anything else to come up? Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is William Bianco, and I live on 925 on the opposite hill of Bicycle Bridge Bluffs.
Okay.
And I've had issues with those big trucks coming out of Siegels or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's, didn't IMI buy them?
I think so.
I think they
But
did.
I had to chat with the lady the other day because those trucks are coming down that hill, using their Jake brakes, and that road's not made for,
That's
two of them met the other day, a semi going up, semi coming down, and I thought, okay, they're gonna take their mirrors off, and then, no. But, and the traffic on that road is terrible. It's not made for the big trucks, and I've talked to some people and even talked to the lady at the IMI, and they are supposed to go out and catch 1150. They said there was some kind of agreement with the county for them to go out when they pull out of there
Uh-huh.
to 1150. But apparently they're not doing it.
Well, isn't there a couple pretty decent curves? Doesn't that come
Well,
down and
yes,
like
there are.
tight? It's
And
an
they're
S.
blind curves.
Yeah, it's
One's well, basically both of them kind of are blind.
That's what I thought.
And they're not, it's not very wide, and what it's doing, when you get past my house on that right or straightaway, is the weight of them is starting to break the road down. So you're gonna have some serious issues.
Too much
But
weight.
I don't know if there was an agreement between the county and
I've
Siegel
never
at the
heard of
time,
it.
or IMI, or whatever, for them to go up, because they said that 1150 and that is heavier road, heavier duty, so I don't know if anybody made an agreement with them or not, but that's what I'm hearing.
That's more up on the flatter part of
Well,
the.
then they just pull out there, they go down that dip
Mhm.
and straight out, and somebody said they're having issues because they're too wide to make the corner there. So it'd be cheaper for the county to maybe add a little more turn area than what it is if somebody has a wreck on that hill.
Okay, what intersection is that needs widened out?
Well, it'd be 1150 and what is that up there on top of the hill? 250. Is that 250?
250, 200.
Because you also got the old Jim Davis house right on that corner, and you can't see, the big truck can't see, but they don't look, they just pull out. But down on our curve at the bottom, somebody's gonna get killed. It's just a matter of time. Them big trucks, and there's so much road traffic.
Okay.
And without the speed limit, like we were talking, they were just flying up down that hill.
Yes.
There may have been an agreement a few years ago when IMI was buying that or before they bought it.
Oh, yeah?
They rezoned some of the fields out there.
Ah.
There may have been an agreement with the roads.
That's where it could
I know
be.
it was brought up last summer when IMI was hauling dirt out off would be the south side. They're taking that gravel road, old Lover's Lane Road or whatever. They were using that road, and some of the neighborhood was upset about it because it was part of the agreement that they weren't gonna use that road.
Okay.
That's all I know about that. I don't know about the other end.
Well, that's where it could be though, is through zoning, they could have
Involved
made a.
with the rezone or something. I can maybe pull it up off the minutes or something and see if it.
I'd appreciate it if you would.
I think I'll.
That road is 250.
Yeah, I just want to bring to attention that those big semis are just tearing the road up, and that curve is a real blind curve.
Okay.
Okay.
If you get
I'll
a big
drive it.
straight ride out that way, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We will be out.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Bill.
Anything else to come before the board? I'd entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you for all of you coming in. Would that be 1150, 215 north?
Yeah.
That would be 215 west.
Yeah, 250. 1150.
West.